Hi everyone, and welcome back to Beverly Stunning Creations. In this video I'm going to introduce you to my new hot glue gun, and it's from a company called Hototools. I'm actually going to use hot glue in a way that I've never used it before. I have this mold that I want to try and mold something with hot glue, and I have a different mold here where I want to use the hot glue to decorate my object. This is an ornament mold. And then I have ornament molds here. And then we have the Christmas light bulb, the old school light bulbs. It's really cool that I love. So we're gonna try that. So let's get this open. Now I've opened this before. I just repackaged it so you guys can see what it looks like coming out the package. And it has a protective cover. Isn't that cool? And I already love it so much because look at this, you can stand it up. Most of the times I'm using glue guns, they're falling over. You know, I have to edit it out. I put a cord in here. It does not come with the cord, so you'll need a cord like this. Now, it also comes with 2 packs of these glue sticks. And check it out. So some of these glue sticks are gold glitter. We have green glitter. We have red glitter. And then we have blue. And they actually gave me 2 packs of these, so I'm going to leave those out. Here's the second pack. Now, when you get your glue gun, it will be charged. So all you need to do to turn it on is press this little on-off button. Hold it for 3 seconds. And it'll continue to blink until it's ready. So now you can see that it's on. And it should take about 30 seconds to heat up this glue stick. You can use any brand glue stick that's this size, but they do recommend using their glue sticks, of course. Alright, the first thing I want to do is fill this in one of the light bulbs with hot glue to see if it molds. Now, whenever you use it, there's the trigger. You just press and hold it, and you'll get a constant stream until you run out of glue. So just be mindful of where your glue stick is and just be ready to insert another one. Okay, I have this envelope so you can see better. Get my second glue stick ready. With this glue gun, I just wanted to try something new. I think that's enough. Let's put this aside, let that solidify. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is take one of these cups and I'm going to mix some UV resin with some glitter. Okay, that might be enough. And I'm going to mix a little bit of this peachy olive glitter. This glitter is really pretty, guys. I'll link it below. It's from a company here in Georgia. Going to put this on here and fill this up with the UV resin. And now we are going to pop it into the UV lamp. Turn the light on from the bottom and from the top. So I'm going to let that solidify. Once it solidifies, we'll go ahead and pop it out and move on to the next step. All right, guys, so look at that. That's our new ornament. Isn't it pretty? All right, guys, so now I went ahead and popped in one of my red glue sticks. It has red glitter, so hopefully it stands out like I want it to. Now, what I want to do is just go ahead and create a pattern across here. I was just doing like little ribbons. This is just a test, guys. Yeah, that might be kind of cute, guys. It's just a test. Maybe with some practice I can get a straight line, so yeah. But that's just one way that we can use it to decorate ornaments. Again, guys, this is my first time ever trying to decorate with a glue gun, so please bear with me. Since we still have some left, let's just try and fill in some of these spaces with it. You don't have to use resin. You can also use wooden ornaments, anything that can withstand the heat from a hot glue gun. Yeah, because I still had a little bit of clear in my glue gun, I went ahead and did the same thing, just went right across the mold with the hot glue. Let's take another cup with some resin, and I'm just trying this, guys, just to see what we can do with glue sticks. I'll be back with more ornament DIYs. For now, we are just playing around with the glue gun to see what we can do. So now I'm going to add some fine glitter into the UV resin, and I have these larger chunks. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. We're just trying stuff, so don't be too mean if it doesn't come out the way that I want it to. Yeah, this glue gun is making me want to do new things. Now let's pop it in here. Let's do 120 seconds. So I'm gonna let this solidify and then come back. So it's just finished. And I'm waiting for it to cool down. And hopefully I'm able to pull the glue apart from the resin. I don't know if it's gonna happen that way. We're gonna give it a try. So while it cools down, I went ahead and put a green glitter glue stick in here. And let's see if we can get that to start flowing. Let's make that a little bit thicker. You can definitely decorate with this. I'm loving this glue gun. It's just gonna take me a little practice. But if you like a rustic, a rustic kind of ornament, you guys could definitely do rustic. The practice is coming out straighter. Let's pop it off and see if it'll cool down. I don't know if our glue sticks are gonna come out or if they're gonna become part of the resin. Let's see if we can pull it out with this. I feel like I can get this glue out. I hope I can. You can see right here. So if we use some type of release on that hot glue, it will come out. So yeah, let's let that cool off for now. Now let's try these. What I want to do is pull this off and let's see if I can stretch that. Look at that. So you can actually stretch it. But look at that, you can actually pull that off and make designs with that. I like that. Go ahead and pop this out. This is our light bulb. I just need to get some scissors and clean this up. So if we wanted to use this on the light bulb, we could actually decorate it. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, again, this is a fail, but it was an idea that I thought might have been cute just to have that little open area, fill it in with more resin of a different color. I like that idea. So maybe if I use some type of spray release on the glue, I can always just go back in and cover that up with something else. So I can still use it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off camera and clean this up and then come back and we can decorate this with our little pieces. Let's use my X-Acto knife to clean it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of my Wicked Stick It. I have my Wicked Stick It here. I'm just gonna put a little bit in the top. Okay, so let's see if we can decorate this stuff up. I'm gonna take my Wicked Stick It and just brush it on the bulb that I made with my glue sticks. Okay, let's let that get sticky. I'm gonna take a little bit of Wicked Stick It and brush it across. I'm going to allow it to sit for a few minutes and then come back. So I'm back. I think I like this one. I know it's pretty big. I want it to go up here or down here. Oh, it's sticking right there, so maybe that's where it wants to go. Let's give that a few minutes. Let's pull this off and put this right across here. You guys, you know I really don't decorate with traditional colors so much, but I know a lot of you do. Now again, I could have did just a boring hot glue demonstration where I show you how to glue a candlestick holder together or a vase to a candlestick or something like that, but I wanted to do something different because it has a really smooth, constant flow. And the charge is really long lasting too. You can actually use 28 glue sticks before you start to lose the charge. So I'm gonna cut that extra off like that. And let's put some of the glitter on here. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more Wicked Stick It on here to make that stay down. But yeah, that could be really cute. I think I want to decorate it even more. So I'm going to let the glue completely dry, and then I'm going to add a little bit more Wicked Stick It to here. And I think I'm going to come in and make it a little bit more decorative. All is not lost, guys. All is not lost, okay? So we have this, waiting for that to completely dry. And I think I want to put a little bit of pressure on there, so. Now back to this ornament. Off camera, I added some white paint to the back just to see if it would make it more brilliant. And it did. I'm just using some regular acrylic paint. And we are just going to paint the back. I'm gonna have to probably put about 2 to 3 coats on here. I'm gonna let that dry and then come back. Guys, so I'm back, and I thought I was recording, but apparently I wasn't. Okay, what I was saying was I made a second light, and I put the extra zigzag that I had diagonally on it, and I just sprinkled some of the silver glitter on this side of it. I have Wicked Stick It on the top as well, so let's put some glitter there. And I have it on both pieces. And I was going to put white on the back of here, but let's go ahead and put silver. Alright guys, so I'm going to let that dry and then come back. Welcome back everyone. Now, what you see here are my finished light bulbs, and I did add a third one and my finished ornament. Initially, this was just going to be a video where I tested out the glue gun to see what it could do. But now it's turned into a DIY. I actually went through some stuff that I had to see what I could do. I was like, let me just see if I can do a quick little DIY with this. So yeah, I trimmed the edges with some green glitter, and I used the UV resin, mixed it together, and just used the UV light to set it. But you can do this with Mod Podge and glitter, and you can also use the Wicked Stick It, okay? Or you can use some green bling around it, okay? So that's how that turned out. This is the third one that I did, and I just put some of my diamond bling on top. You guys see this one, same with this one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some gold on the tips because I'm using some gold frames in this DIY. And to seal the glitter in place, I use my Got To Be hairspray. This stuff works wonders, okay? I love it for DIYs. I do not use this on my hair. So now we have these 3 pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and put them aside for now. Now for this DIY, we have this Dollar Tree mirror, and I only want it for the mirror. So I have one that I took apart already, and we'll need 2 of these Dollar Tree frames, 8 by 10. Let's get that open. Just take these little tabs and pull them up. Okay, and just take it apart. And when you take it apart, just put everything aside. So now we're going to take this frame and face it backwards. I use the glue gun in the way that it's meant to be. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more just to make sure it stays down. I want to take these out. Here's the mirror. So what I'm going to do is glue this to the back of the mirror. Now remember this, that came out the frame. I want to glue these down as well. Let's just line them up and then put some glue down. Alright, so now let's glue this side down. So now we're going to take our mirror and put it right inside that little nook. Next we have this border that came from the frame. It's going to go on top just like this. But before we glue it down, I think I want to add something to it. Maybe some glitter. Let's go ahead and brush some Wicked Stick It on top of it. I'm going to take my white glitter, you can use whatever color you want, and just sprinkle it on top. So I'm going to give this time to dry, then we'll come back and move on to the next. This is what our border looks like. I went ahead and sealed it too with the hairspray. Now I have the second frame, and I'm just going to pull these little things out. Now I'm going to take some of my E6000 and put it on the frame. And I'm going to use some of my hot glue. So I'll have that immediate hold. Now I'll take my glass and put it in place and put this aside. All right, so now let's take our mirror, and I've already cleaned it, and just put some glue down. Guys, so next up, I have one of these little trees from Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree has some little tiny trees, a whole lot smaller, but it was just too decorative for what I want to do. I don't want too much attention to the background, so this is going to be the background in my picture. So what I'm going to do is just cut some of these off to use them. And I tried using these little cutters, and they really don't work well, so I'm going to have to probably use some pliers and just go back and forth to cut them. These are not strong enough, so if you have something that's strong, see, that's not doing it. So I'm just going to use this needle nose pliers and just go back and forth until it breaks. So that's going to take me a little bit of time. So there's one. What I'm going to do is put a tree on my mirror. So it's going to be a little 3D-ish. So I'm going to need my branches to be different lengths. Alright, so I'm just going to get all the branches that I need off camera and then come back. Guys, I'm back, and now you see what I was doing. You see my little tree. And I was just trying to lay it out to see if I had enough what I'm trying to do. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and glue this down. I think I might need a longer piece here, just a little bit longer. Yeah. So I'm going to hot glue these down. I moved it up a little bit, so let's just do it this way. I'm going to take some glue, put it right on the back, put this right in the center, hold it down. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is just go in and fill it in a little bit, just to make it look a little fluffier. So I might have to cut some additional pieces. I'm just gonna show you right here, and I'll do the others off camera. I'm just going in and filling this in, just like that. Okay guys, so I'm just doing a second layer, and I'm just adding glue to the base like this, and then putting it down, and I'm letting it raise up just a little bit. I'm dealing with a lot of glue strings though. Same thing here. This is what we have. Here's what it looks like from the side. So in the center I cut really short pieces and glue them down. So yeah, that's what we have for our tree. I might try to find a star for it. I think I do have some glow in the dark stars. I do have this one and it glows in the dark, so maybe we'll put it on there. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I want to show you what's left of the tree. I got my money's worth out of it. So now I have this tiny screwdriver. And what I want to do is go in from the back and create a tiny hole. And I'm creating this tiny hole because I want to add lights. And I should have did this ahead of time. Like I said, guys, I'm figuring this out as I go. This was not a planned DIY. I didn't mean to put that hole there. So I have my lights, my string lights, and they do work. So what I'm going to do is push my lights through that hole. You'll know to do this ahead of time, okay? If you decide to remake this. I want it to go behind here. If you don't use this after a while, it will power itself off. So that's exactly what it did. Now, I'm gonna have to come back in and repair that part. Maybe I'll put a rhinestone over it. Alright, so what I want to do now is decorate my tree. So let's just go ahead and put some lights on the tree. And I'll add a little bit of hot glue there. We have lights on our tree. Again, I'm going to come back in and glue this down. And then I'm going to glue this here towards the top. Of course, with the screws exposed so we can change the batteries. So I'm going to do that and then come back. Okay guys, so we are finally winding down. a review turn DIY that I didn't intend to do. Okay, I went ahead and glued down my glow in the dark star, and I used UV resin, and I just put a little bit at the bottom and then put the light over it to set it. But yeah, this is what we have, and I'll use my rhinestones to go around the border because I did make that boo-boo right there, right? And we need to cover it up. Now, if you wanted to, you can add like decorations to your tree if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it like it is. The lights are enough for what I wanna do. Now I have my other frame. I've already cleaned the inside of it. So I'm gonna take my E6000 all the way around the border. Now, if you want to, you can use 3 frames. Just take the glass out one of them and you can make it even taller, make it more into a shadow box. All right, guys, so I have my masking tape. Just continue to wrap it around. So I'm gonna wrap a little bit more across here and here. And then I'm still gonna put this on there as well. I'm gonna let it completely dry, and then we'll come back and add our accessories. Okay guys, so again, I'm not going to worry about the frame. If this was one of my blingy DIYs, then I would do a whole lot more to the frame, but it's not. This is a color DIY. Y'all know I really don't do too much color. Okay, so what I have up next is the hand of the Grinch. Now he did have an ornament on here and it broke off. Like I said, I just went through some stuff to see what I had and the ideas started flowing. I want to glue him on here. I think I want to line it up. Oh, and I put glitter on the back because it will be reflected on the mirror. So I see that it's going to be here and somewhat here. So I'm going to add some hot glue on this as well to help hold it in place while the E6000 sets up. So let's line it up. Okay. We have a little bit of a seepage of glue right here. Go ahead and take care of that. So this is what we have. It may not make sense to you guys right now, but it will in a minute. Remember the ornament that I made? I'm gonna put it in place of this ornament. So I'm just gonna build a mound of hot glue and let that cool down a bit. And some here as well. I think I'm gonna sit this under here until it dries. Okay guys, so now my ornament is raised. I don't know if you can see it. It's like it's dangling in the air. So to finish off my ornament, I did put that little piece of bling there, but I found this in my stash. It came off something and I just figured it would be cute on here. So let's put some glue on there and put that right there. Next up, I have 3 gift boxes. And I'm sure these came from Hobby Lobby. This actually came from Amazon and I'll link it below. It had 2 different sizes. I ended up using a larger size. I decorated my door to have a picture of what I did with my door last year in my photo gallery. If I do, I'll insert it so you guys can see what it looked like. So I cut all the tags off. So what I'm going to do is glue these right in the middle, just like so. So I'm gonna take some hot glue, put it on all 3. Let's start in the middle. I guess I should have put some glue between these 2. Maybe I can try and squeeze some in there. Oh, that's so cool. This tiny little tip allowed me to do that. So let's close that up like that. So you guys see where I'm going with this? Look at that, isn't that cute? So finally, we have our bulbs that we made from the hot glue. Like I said before, I went ahead and put some gold on the tips just to bring in the gold frame. So what I'm trying to do is make it look like when he grabbed the ornament, the bulbs were attached to it in some way. And I actually thought about using the glue gun to create like a little cord that's attaching the lights in some way. So let me see what other color glitter I have. I'm gonna use this silver stick. So I'm gonna go ahead and use up the glue that's in here by creating another light, maybe. All right guys, so I have my silver glitter ready and I have a clear stick behind it so it'll clear it out once it's done. Let's see if I can create the line. Like I said, this is not a super blingy DIY. This is just something that I put together with some extra stuff that I had laying around. On the back, we still have the hook but it might not work because we have this. So what I'm going to do is add 2 tower blocks. I'm going to glue one here and one here, and then I'll attach a sawtooth hook to the tower block because we have this and we need that space. Okay, so I'm going to do all of that, hang it on the wall, and then let you guys see what it looks like. And now I present to you my completed unplanned Christmas DIY. After I hung it on the wall, I realized that the hand needed to be highlighted as well. So I added some string lights to the hand only. And that definitely completed the look. And as you can see, it looks amazing in the light and in the dark. Now, if you want to make it a functional picture, then you can drill some holes into the bottom of the frame and then insert some of those round hooks and use it as a key holder in your foyer. Also, guys, comment below how you feel about this DIY, or comment below if you would like to see a blingy version of this. Okay, everyone, this concludes my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. If you don't have time to comment, then leave your favorite emoji. And if you're interested in this amazing glue gun, I'll link it below along with a 10% discount code. Thank you, Hotu, for sponsoring this video.